The morning horizon over the border sky was bleeding gold when the alarms screamed through Falcon Base, and within seconds, Fighter Jat was running across the concrete like a storm unleashed from the earth itself. His heart beat in rhythm with the thundering turbines awakening around him. The new generation aircraft JetFang, a sleek titanium predator forged for lightning speed engagements, shimmered beneath the rising sun, its angular wings cutting through the mist like blades of vengeance. Fighter Jat, a 29-year-old ace with 400 combat hours and scars of history etched into his soul, climbed into the cockpit with the same silent reverence as a warrior sharpening his sword before battle. The air smelled of fuel and destiny. A coded transmission flashed across his HUD. Enemy aircraft inbound, formation strength unknown. It wasn't the first time he'd faced the impossible, but this time, the stakes were far higher. A rogue nation had crossed into their airspace, carrying a nuclear payload that could ignite the world. JetFang's engines roared alive, and the ground quaked as if the planet itself saluted its chosen warrior. Fighter Jat lifted off, cutting through the clouds with afterburners blazing blue fire. The sky above the Himalayas trembled under the sonic boom, a declaration that justice had taken flight. As he broke Mach 2, radar blips began to multiply. 5 enemy interceptors, armed with heat-seeking missiles, were closing in. Jat's eyes narrowed, the world around him dissolved into instinct and precision. His fingers danced over the control panels, guiding JetFang into a barrel roll that shredded enemy radar locks. The first missile streaked past his tail, detonating harmlessly in the thin air. In one swift counter, he unleashed a burst of plasma-coated missiles. The sky exploded in a dazzling ballet of light and destruction. But this wasn't just another dogfight, it was psychological warfare. The opposing commander, callsign Rogue Viper, had once trained beside Jat years ago. Now, they were enemies bound by betrayal. Over the encrypted channel came a voice, cold and taunting, "So the legend returns, but legends burn like everyone else." Fighter Jat didn't reply. He only smiled beneath his oxygen mask. The next few minutes were a blur of chaos and artistry. JetFang, guided by his unyielding will, danced through enemy fire like a phantom serpent. He flipped the aircraft into a vertical climb, drew his foes into thin air, then spun back in a thunderous dive. One by one, the enemy fell, their wreckage igniting the dawn. As the final jet descended in flames, Fighter Jat's radar picked up a new signal. A massive stealth bomber, invisible to conventional systems, moving straight for the capital. He switched JetFang into Fang mode, activating its classified energy blade wings, which sliced through turbulence and ionized clouds with unmatched agility. The aircraft became a living weapon, half machine, half myth. In a final act of aerial mastery, Jat soared above the bomber, locked target, and unleashed a single charged rail shot that pierced the sky and split the darkness apart. The explosion lit up the horizon like a second sunrise. When the dust settled, silence reigned, broken only by the calm hum of JetFang gliding over the ocean of clouds. Fighter Jat exhaled deeply, the weight of his mission pressing against his chest. The world was safe for another dawn, but the war within him continued, the endless fight between duty and peace, between fire and mercy. As the radio crackled with base command congratulating him, he whispered only one line into the wind. "This sky belongs to those who dare." JetFang soared into the light, the legend of Fighter Jat growing stronger with every heartbeat of the earth beneath.